into your commercial fishing, make sure you check out the new range of CARPA commercial class pole floats from Darwin. They've been designed to cover all aspects of commercial fishing. So if commercial fishing, carp, F1s, if that's your game, make sure you check these out because they have been designed for it. In the summer I do a lot of long pole fishing for carp and big F1s. So to have a float in the new CARPA range that is perfect for the job is fantastic. You'll see the CARPA Diber here. It's the only float that doesn't feature the wraparound eye. It's just got the normal side eye. This aids in just the float cocking really fast and presentation. Also the stem is the new Nitinol wire. It's heavy, it's going to make that float cock immediately, and when you're fishing shallow a lot of your bites will come as your float sets, so it needs to set very fast. The strength and durability is definitely there. I've caught a lot of fish through the summer on these. They're available in 4x12s and 4x14s, which in my opinion are the only size you need these floats in. So if you like catching carp shallow, these are the ones for you. When I'm targeting carp, my go-to float is the Inline Diamond. It's got everything I need, from whether I'm fishing in the margins, top 5 or long. It's got a nice visible 2mm hollow tip, which you can see, and it also supports those bigger baits like meat, corn, hard pellets. It's got the wraparound eye as well, which just isn't going to move, and strength and durability is an absolute must. Line through the body so that that heavy main line isn't going to cut into the body and ruin the float. Nice fiberglass stem that not only adds to the durability of the float but also the stability. Available in 4x12s up to 4x20s, so you can cover a wide variety of depths from, like I say, either fishing in the margins to long pole. It's a nice, stable, visible, durable float. This is the F1 Carbon. It's turned into one of my real favourite floats when the fishing's a little bit hard or the weather's a little bit cold. It features a 1.5mm hollow tip, a wraparound eye, and like I say, the clue's in the name with the carbon stem. Gives a nice slow drop, perfect for catching fish on the drop on those harder or, like I say, colder days. Available in 4x10s to 4x18s. There's a nice wide range for different depths of water. So if you're into fishing on the drop or harder, colder conditions, this is definitely a float for you. Having a range of commercial pole floats just wouldn't be complete without having a nice float to catch F1 shallow. This is the F1 Inline Shallow. It's available in 4x8s to 4x14s. It's got a nice 1.2mm tip, which isn't that thick, but like I say, you do want a nice delicate float for this style of fishing. But you do want it to be durable, so the float does feature the wraparound eye. It's inline, so your line's not going to cut into the body. And it's got a nice short carbon stem, so you can fish on the drop if you want, or the float can settle quite quick. Catching F1 shallow, whether it's on maggots, casters or pellets, is quite a niche little method, and you need the dead right float for the job, and that's exactly what we've achieved with these F1 shallows. If you're going to be fishing in the margins or across to islands, one float that you need in your armoury definitely is the Inline Mud. This is going to settle very quick. It's very strong, very durable for catching those big F1s and carp. Features a 2mm tip. Again, it's virtually indestructible. It's inline with a wraparound eye and a fiberglass stem. The fiberglass stem makes the float settle very quick. If you're kinder potting bait and you want to just position it right on top, this is an absolutely superb float. Won't let you down. It's nice and buoyant, so it can support, again, heavy baits like meat, corn, hard pellets, soft pellets, whatever you want to fish. Available in 4x10s to 4x16s, just so you can cover that little variation in depth that you might have to a far bank or near margin. One of the most deadly ways of putting a big weight together fast on commercials has to be pace fishing. So in the new CARPA range, we've incorporated the pencil pace. It is a very strong, durable float. It incorporates a 2mm long hollow bristle, which is absolutely perfect for pace fishing. Also the new wraparound eye that just isn't going to move. and a nice carbon stem. It's a slim float, but it's very, very strong and lends itself perfectly to paste fishing. They're available in 4x10s right the way up to 4x20s, and again this will just cover a variety of depths, because you might be wanting to fish paste from in the margins to down the shelf and even on the long pole, so you do need a float that obviously suits the depth. And what we've achieved here with the pencil paste, in my opinion, is the ultimate paste float. This is the wire pellet, one of my favourite floats for fishing slightly bigger baits on the deck. Starting from the top, you've got a nice 2mm hollow bristle. This gives the float just that little bit more buoyancy when you're fishing with those bigger baits on the deck. Coming down, you've got the wraparound eye, so much strength and durability in this float. And then you've got the Nittinel wire. This can bend, it's not going to go out of shape, and the float's always going to stay nice and true. Also, the weight of the wire does give the float quite a lot of stability if you're faced with any adverse weather conditions. It's turned into one of my #1 floats for fishing on the deck with slightly bigger baits, for carp and F1s, and also I love using this float for skimmers.